How's it going, folks? Me again. And yeah, what can you say? Job done. Job done for Manchester City. I mean, they were always expected. They won the night anyway, but at the same time, how many times have we said that this season against the likes of Brighton, for example? I'm trying to think who else they dropped points against as well. Fucking, there was some. They had a load of one eaches anyway. Against lower end opposition, and Fulham are no mugs. But at the end of the day, you can only beat what's in front of you, and they've gone ahead and they've done that, and they've now reduced the gap to 3 points. And now Arsenal play tomorrow, so it's over to you, Arsenal now. Fucking respond, please, for the love of God, respond. But yeah, Man City. You almost wonder if that result at the weekend against Liverpool just injected another like level of belief, another level of drive into them because they were absolutely exceptional today. And as I say, Fulham are no mugs. Fulham are a good side on their day. You think of the reverse league, fucking Man City were 5-1 up, and they were lucky to get away with the one at 5-4. But tonight was just a different ball game. I mean, it wasn't. It's still football, so don't come at me with that shit. But yeah, it was just a really professional performance. The job was done in the first half. And Man City were so good in the first half, it was scary. And I think it's very clear. Oh, pardon me. So that was the fucking gas at the can there. My deepest apologies. Oh, pardon me. My deepest burps. That's rotten. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, the difference is glaringly obvious, and it's the business that they did in January. You think back, oh, but before Christmas, all I was listening to was after Christmas, Man City are a different side. Okay, Arsenal are top now. After Christmas, Man City are a different side. They're gonna hunt you down. They'll go on a run. They'll do this. They'll that. They're relentless. And for long enough, I wasn't seeing it. They were a different side, all right, but in all the wrong ways. Obviously dropping points to the like there we are to Brighton, as I said. Also Chelsea. Um, dropping points to the likes of Spurs as well. I know they always drop points to Spurs, but still. But I the difference is the work that they did, and did I say summer earlier? I meant the January transfer window. Sorry, I'm so stupid. As I say, I have no script for this. I'm just kind of saying it on the fly, just reactionary. But the work they did in January. Um, as I say, just after Christmas, it was kind of Haaland banging in all the goals, and funnily enough, he's dried up recently. I know he scored tonight, but before that, he was on a bit of a dodgy wee spell there. But you were thinking if it's not Erling Haaland, where are the goals going to come from? They looked at that, they addressed it. They signed probably the most informed player in the league at the time in Semenyo. And how good was he tonight? He was exceptional. Um, they looked leaky at the back. They looked very weak at the back. Whether that's due to quality, obviously it's certainly down to injuries. But they were just very leaky at the back. They addressed it. Came in and signed Mark Gahey, a man who was certain to sign for Liverpool in the summer. It just shows you how quick football changes. And yeah, he was brilliant tonight as well. He had a few lapses in concentration, a few like dodgy passes, but like he was fairly comfortable throughout. In fairness, um, but you look at Semenyo, like bang, grabbing the green by the scruff, giving Man City the lead. All right, it was a scrappy goal. It was actually very similar to the equaliser against Liverpool at the weekend. Haaland heads it on. Now it wasn't the same. He like heads it across. He heads it down the ways and some like just into the area. Some menus there gets the touch on it. And it's a bit of a scrappy finish, but it doesn't matter. It still hits the onion bag. It still goes in the back of the net all the same. And from then it's fucking just plain sailing for Man City. Um, and as I say, it wasn't as if to say Fulham didn't have their chances. Fulham had a fair few chances that first half as well, in particular. But when you're playing a team of the quality of Man City, you need to take those chances because they're few and far between. I think that there was that one play Emil Smith Rowe plays a beautiful ball out to Harry Wilson, and in my opinion, he should keep running on, cut like but he decides to cut in He cuts in, he hits a shot, and it goes straight to Donnarumma. Man City go on the counter attack. Um, and as I say, somebody's fighting the build up. I think it might be Haaland. Someone's fighting the build up anyway, and the referee, like, very smartly, and decides to, like, let Man City play the advantage. Man City go on, and it's a beautiful, beautiful counter attack. Finished off by Nico Riley, I think it was. Beautiful finish. Just think that it was beautiful. And yeah, obviously, eventually, the man I was talking about earlier, Erling Haaland, he's starting to get a bit inevitable now, isn't he? I think that goal against Liverpool might have done him the world of good as well. Um, Ball comes down just outside the box, takes a couple of touches, bang, beautiful finish. Just hits it low and hard, and sometimes that's all you have to do. Um, yeah, and he beats Bernd Leno very, like, very, very convincingly. So then you're thinking, right, game done, wrapped up. But there is a chance at the end of the first half as well. It's Harry Wilson again. A beautiful bit of play actually. We follow him to play right the Harry Wilson's played through, and he just slips it in the Emil Smith Rowe. He's got virtually a tap in if his toe was just that much bigger. He just stretches out and he just can't get it. And even then, you're thinking, right, even if they go on at halftime at 3-1, you'd probably still expect Man City to go ahead and see it out. But when you're an Arsenal fan and you're not a neutral, you're just thinking, right, anything, just plant doubts in their mind anyway. But it wasn't to be. He just misses it. And Man City go in at halftime 3-0 up. Um, so then the second half starts, and yeah, Fulham get a lot more of the ball. That's probably expected. Like, the job was more or less done there and then. I don't think they had that many much more clear cut chances. They probably had the better chances in the first half, still, to be honest, even though they were few and far between. Um, but yeah, Man City just looked in control the whole time. They just saw it the second half in a professional, almost like champions mentality manner. And yeah, they're walking away 3 points, 3 goals, 3 points behind Arsenal. Terrifying, terrifying, and it just shows you, like, the stark contrast. Like, you think at the weekend there, fucking Dominic Szoboszlai bangs that free kick in against Man City. Liverpool are beating them 1-0, and at that stage, Arsenal are 9 points clear, and it looks like it's going to stay like that. Pep Guardiola is a shell of a man. His head's in his hands. Sorry, don't know what happened there. My camera apparently shat the bed. But yeah, as I was saying, Pep Guardiola looked shell of ideas, out of ideas. But Man City found a way to they almost steal the game from Liverpool and win it. And you think over the full 90 minutes, like Liverpool were great in that second half, but Man City deserved the win in the end, I thought. But yeah, Pep Guardiola was a different man tonight. He just looked calm, he looked composed, just another day at the office. Yeah, he looks locked in, and that's a terrifying prospect if you're an Arsenal fan like myself. And yeah, they were excellent. They felt fully deserving of their win. So yeah, as I say, it's over to you, Arsenal now. Now for the neutral, you're loving it. You're thinking, right, Man City could have been 9 points behind. Now they've cut it down to 3. Obviously, we know Arsenal still have to play. Um, and again, it's that similar thing. As I say, like, nobody was expecting Fulham to they beat Man City tonight, or like get a result. People were firmly in the camp that Man City were going to get 3 points tonight. So I don't think the Arsenal players should be losing any sleep over it, or Arsenal fans in general. Um, I just think it's just the same thing. You're expected to go and beat Brentford tomorrow. Go and do it. Similar to Fulham, Brentford are no mugs. Brentford are a tough prospect, especially away from home as well. Well, sorry, we're away from home. You know what I mean. Just go and get the job done. Like, even if they are a tough prospect, so are Fulham. Man City made light work of them. Go and lay a marker down. Go and assert your dominance. Go and prove why you've been the best team in the league up to this point. Go and prove why you're the team that's going to knock Man City, knock Liverpool, just knock them both off their perch, and stake your claim at the summit of the Premier League. That's what they have to do now. They just have to go and see it over the line, and it starts tomorrow at Brentford. Now, for the neutral, as I say, it must be sensational to watch. Okay, it could be 9 points. Now we're cut down to 3. If Arsenal were to slip up tomorrow, oh, it's very exciting. And you're probably thinking then, right, Man City could fucking really get at them here. So it's just important Arsenal keep their heads. If it was an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't be shitting myself. Like I wouldn't have expected anything apart from a Man City win tonight. You just have to not focus on Man City. You have to drown out the noise, and I'm sure that's what Arteta's telling the Arsenal players anyway. Drown out the noise. Don't pay any attention to Man City. Arsenal are in the hands of their own destiny, and if they can just go and get a result, Brentford tomorrow, that's one game less, one game closer to lifting that trophy. Just got to keep doing what they're doing, and there's no reason why they can't. As I say, up until this point, they've been, for the most part, flawless. Don't get me wrong, it's Arsenal we're talking about. They've still got a mistake in them, and they've also got it in them. They absolutely implode. But I think even rival fans will admit that it looks different this year. It feels different this year. It should be different this year. But at the end of the day, after 38 games, the league table doesn't lie. The best team in the country will have been the team that have garnered the most points. Whether that's Arsenal, whether that's Man City, remains to be seen. I hope it's Arsenal. I want to say I think it'll be Arsenal, but again, I have too much PTSD. I'll not believe it until we're lifting the trophy in May. If fingers crossed that happens. But yeah, fair play to Man City. They're keeping the title race interesting anyway. I feel like unless you're an Arsenal fan, you didn't want to see Arsenal run away with it anyway. Even though that was the narrative. Not too long ago, is that Arsenal's going to run away with this now. Um, I think you can't discredit Man City after how strong they've been over the past couple of years. After everything that Pep Guardiola is completely capable of, you can't just discount them and disregard them. I think it's going to go right down to the wire. That's my opinion anyway. I think the match at the Etihad is going to be massive. I think the Carabao Cup final is going to have a big say, mentally wise, in the belief of either club. So yeah, I'm gonna lose a lot of hair come May. Like my hair's already kind of like receding. It's gonna recede further back come May. I could be bald. I could be bald the way this is shaping up. Just if we finish second again, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll have to just change sports. But as I say, Arsenal have everything in the locker to get the job done tomorrow. But again, fucking fair play to Man City. They followed up that result against Liverpool with a convincing one tonight. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. So, folks, if you want to watch me like mentally like just lose it over the next couple of months, be sure to subscribe because I'll be covering a lot of this title race, I'd say. Yeah, and you'll just kind of see my downfall or my jubilation. We'll see what happens. There'll be ups and downs, I would say. So the day's a bit of a kind of chilled one. You can tell I rambled on a bit. I ramble on a lot. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thanks, folks, for watching again. Take care. Have a fucking good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Bye bye.